हेलो गुड मॉर्निंग एंड वेलकम बैक टू सिंप्लीफाइड मैथ्स। दोस्तों, हमारा चैप्टर 7 कंटिन्यू है। चैप्टर 7 में वी हैव स्टार्टेड द न्यू थियरी टॉपिक इन द लास्ट लेक्चर एंड इट वाज definite integration as a limit of sum. Okay, we have seen the complete detail, okay, of the theory with diagram geometrically. Also we understood it, that what does it mean and what was the formula. Okay friends, right? Now you see that I have written this page, but the reason is actually this recording was done, but then when I just checked it before uploading, then the first page audio is not there. I don't know how. Okay, it is not at all recorded only, so it is about 9 minutes and then suddenly audio starts. So I don't know what happened. So that because of that, I from beginning first page I am recording again. So it's already written, so I am not writing it again. Okay friends, right. Now in the last lecture what we have seen was this: definite integration as a limit of sum. What was the formula? Formula I have written because this formula is required in this exercise 7.8. That's why. So integration of fx dx from a to b. Okay, and the formula is limit h sigma f of a plus ih I from 1 to n, where n tends to infinity or h tends to 0. Hope you remember this. Either n tends to infinity, and you know as n tends to infinity and the value of h is b minus a upon n. Do you remember this? H is nothing but the length of the sub-intervals. Interval is AB, and that AB interval is divided into n equal parts, and length of each sub-interval is b minus a upon n, denoted by h notation. And you see that n is there in the denominator and n tends to infinity, and because of that h tends to 0 होता है. Understood? Because larger the denominator, smaller the answer. So n tends to infinity, so larger the denominator, smaller the answer, so h tends to 0 हो जाएगा. So this was all done in the last period. I have just written the formula because I am going to use it over here. Now just see the first sum. Okay, now the first sum here is, what is the title? Just all of you will have to look in the textbook. That exercise 7.8, the first sum, there is common heading given there, that find the integral of the following as a definite integration of the following as a limit of sum. Clearly will be written in the exam as a limit of sum. Okay, and one more thing friends, for this current year what I remember is that this exercise and this theory topic is not included, isn't it? Is not included for your board exam. फिर भी मैंने आपको पढ़ाया. हाँ, even I am going to do this exercise also. 1, 2, 3 sums will do that. The reason is only for the board exam it is not there, but what about your future? Okay, right? What about JEE? We don't know what they are going to ask. And future means your college. Either you go for BSc or you go for engineering. Okay. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये 12th में आप नहीं पढ़े हो तो you are not going to supposed to do it at any time. This will be there sometimes. Then how will you understand? So that's why I am teaching everything, even the deleted portion also we will go through. Okay, so choice is yours. So I am just sending it. You think what to do. Exercise 7.8, first sum. Okay, I is equal to integration of x dx from a to b. Now as a limit of sum they ask, clearly will be mentioned as a limit of sum, definite integral. So this is always you have to write down. This always you have to write down that whatever the interval is given here, interval is ab itself. So dividing closed interval ab into n equal parts, length of, okay, length of each sub interval means each part is denoted by h notation. And what is h? H is equal to b minus a upon n. This was the formula there in the last theory section lecture what we did, and cross multiplying nh equal to b minus a. Correct? Okay. And what is the sum given? X only. So it will be considered as fx. So fx is equal to x. Correct? Right. Now what is my habit, friends? What is my habit? Just see. In the formula there is a f of a plus ih and sigma. So what I do always is, first of all, f of a plus ih find out. Otherwise, until you finish to simplify this f of a plus ih, and you cannot apply sigma. And if once you don't apply sigma, you cannot apply limit. Okay. तो पहले f of a plus ih को you have to apply means simplify करना होगा. So what I do always in every sum, first of all, I will always find out f of a plus ih is what. So you know fx equal to x. So f of a plus ih. So instead of x, put a plus ih. So instead of x, it is a plus ih. So this is done. Now, by the formula means which formula? This one. That is why I have written it today also. This is the formula, and this is what is the given sum, and this is its formula, limit h sigma n, right? So according to this, just see what is it. Limit h sigma, then what is this? It is nothing but f of a plus ih, but I already did it here. So f of a plus ih is equal to a plus ih. So मैंने directly वो लिख दिया. I from 1 to n tends to infinitive. Hope you understand this step. Okay. Now remember that if sigma is there, remember carefully and understand, if sigma is there, don't apply limit. It's a rule, compulsory. First of all, you have to eliminate sigma. Eliminate sigma means simplify. Eliminate means इसको cut नहीं करना है, but you have to simplify. So once sigma term is simplified, then only you can apply limit. So first of all, I just open the bracket, and one more thing, see, a is constant, h is constant, only I is a variable. How do I come to know? Because I varies from 1 to n. I varies from 1 to n. That means only I is a variable, a and h constant. So when I open this bracket, constant comes out. So constant comes out means it becomes what? A out sigma 1 I from 1 to n plus h constant out sigma I from 1 to n. Understood? And this bracket is done just because h is there outside. There is a h outside. Is that clear? Okay. So now still sigma is there. So on the next page, we will apply the formula of sigma. Okay. You know what is the formula of sigma? Sigma 1 is what? N. And what is sigma I? N into n plus 1 by 2. Is that clear? Okay. So dear friends, hope till these points you understand everything, and after this there is already audio is there. So when I turn the page, means this much video and the previous video, I will merge it and then I will upload it for you. Okay. So after this, whatever is there, will be there on the next page, right? So just carry on. That is equal to limit h, then a sigma 1, so a n, then plus h was there, h into sigma I hai, right? So sigma I will be what? N into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. n tends to infinitive. Hope you understand this thing now. Clear? Okay. Now important thing, here is a n tends to infinitive, and as n tends to infinitive, 1 upon n tends to 0, because n tends to infinitive. So 1 upon n tends to 0. Okay, or you can say h tends to 0, isn't it? तो यहाँ पे ना n है भी, n is also there, h is also there. So either you convert h into n or you convert n into h, because we cannot put both the limit at a time. Either you put n tends to infinity throughout or you put h tends to 0 throughout. ठीक है, राइट. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग, सबको ऐसा लगता है कि सर यहाँ पे h इज ऑलरेडी देयर, एंड इफ यू टेक h टेंड्स टू 0 हियर, देन व्हाट? Here is a 0, and 0 into anything is what? 0 only, isn't it? तो आप बोलोगे कि सर तो कोई भी सम का आंसर 0 ही आएगा. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, एंड दिस इज समथिंग एब्सर्ड. ऐसा क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज बाहर हमने 0 रख दिया, लेकिन अंदर देर इज n ऑल्सो, n h दोनों हैं, तो ऐसे लिमिट नहीं रख सकते. लिमिट रखनी है तो आइदर कन्वर्ट एवरीथिंग इनटू h और कन्वर्ट ईच टर्म इनटू n. तो पहले वो करना पड़ेगा. So therefore limit n tends to infinitive. Now I suppose I take h inside, then it will be a into nh plus, now this will be h square, and देखना मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, this is n into n plus 1. From this bracket I will take n common. Just listen what I am saying. I take n common from this bracket, so there is n already, so it will be n square. Now what will be inside the bracket? Inside the bracket will be 1 plus 1 upon n, and upon 2 is already there. Okay, तो ये सब हमने क्यों किया? Why we have done this thing? 1 upon n क्यों लिया? Now we know that as n tends to infinitive, 1 upon n tends to क्या होता है? 0 होता है, right? And also in the last lecture you know nh equals to b minus a. याद है ना लास्ट लेक्चर का पूरा थियरी? nh इक्वल टू, आपको लगे ना कि सर यहाँ तो n और h दोनों है, यहाँ पे भी दोनों है. अभी आपने बोला कि आइदर यू राइट एवरीथिंग इन n और h, तो यहाँ तो दोनों है, लेकिन why it is kept? Because you know that nh equals to b minus a. Can you see this? nh equals to b minus a. Okay, and therefore now I apply the limit. Now I can apply the limit, and a into nh, so it will be what? A into b minus a plus h square n square, here that same formula, so it will be what? B minus a the whole square into 1 plus 1 upon n tends to 0 and divide by 2. ठीक है, right? So that's all. वैसे तो हो गया आंसर. So now see what next. You just have to take 2 LCM, and LCM 2 will be here, so 2a into b minus a and plus b minus a the whole square into 1 plus 0, no need to write, upon 2. Okay, right? Now you can take b minus a throughout common. Okay, and if you take b minus a common, then what is left inside? Into bracket क्या बचेगा? So here it is 2a plus b minus a, correct, upon 2. Now 2a minus a is plus a, so it is b plus a. So b minus a into b plus a. So what is the final answer, friends? It will be, say, b square minus a square by 2. Now this is the final answer. ठीक है ना, right? So now hope to see how long it takes to get such a simple sum. Okay, to get the answer. So dear friends, the people were using this formula or this method when there was no invention of differentiation, when there was no derivative invented. Is it clear? Okay. तो ये याद में रखना है आपको कि पहले ये चलता था इतना लंबा लंबा, देखो एक छोटा सा सम, अगर आप वो लिमिट को यूज़ करके करोगे फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल दैट वी विल डू आफ्टर दिस एक्सरसाइज, then you will see that it will be done in nearly 2 steps only, 2 to 3 steps, which we have taken almost 2 page, almost, or say nearly 2 page, ठीक है ना. But in the earlier time this was the method, and खाली इन लोगों का पर्पस ये एक्सरसाइज देने का ये है कि भाई दिस वॉज देयर, और अब डिफरेंशिएशन की वजह से हाउ इट बिकेम सिंपल. Got this, friends? Okay, right. So now we go for the next sum. I'll try one or two more sum from this. All are of the same method. Just see what is the next sum now. Okay. Now next sum I'm taking, suppose that it is say third sum or fourth sum, whatever. Suppose I take fourth sum. Okay, fourth sum is given as integration of 1 to 4 x square minus x dx, x square minus x dx. Okay, right. So here I am not writing the full sentence, what I just wrote in the first sum. Okay, I am just writing in short, but be careful, exam में आपको पूरा लिखना पड़ता है. Luckily this time this will not be there in the exam. So here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, and what is the given sum? That is say fx. Fx is equal to x square minus x. And then we have to write like this, that dividing closed interval 1 to 4 into n equal parts, length of the each sub interval is h equals to b minus a upon n. So that whole sentence you have to write down. Directly ऐसा नहीं. Okay, अभी मैं लिख रहा हूँ just like that. So b minus a, 4 minus 1, so it will be 3 upon n. So h is equal to 3 upon n, or you can say nh equals to 3. Correct? Right? अच्छा. Also in the formula what required, we required f of a plus ih. So f of a plus ih, a is equal to 1, right? So is equal to f of 1 plus ih. And what is fx function taken as? X square minus x. Now be careful, here x is replaced by 1 plus ih. So is equal to x square means what? It is 1 plus ih the whole square. Then minus x, so minus 1 plus ih. Right? So मैं क्या करता हूँ, I simplify all this first, then directly वो sigma formula में apply कर देना है. So we will get little less time to complete the sum. Okay? Now simplify this. Simplifying this, what's the easy way I think? इस वैसे तो सिंप्लीफाई में इसमें वो एक्सप्लेन उसको एक्सपांड तो करना ही है, अदरवाइज कॉमन भी ले सकते हो. सो इफ आई टेक कॉमन, सो 1 प्लस आई एच कॉमन, सो व्हाट इज इनसाइड? 1 प्लस आई एच माइनस 1, सो 1 1 कट. ओके, सो 1 प्लस आई एच इंटू आई एच हुआ. नाउ ओपन दिस ब्रैकेट ऑल्सो. ओके, सो दैट विल बी IH plus I square H square. So what we have done, friends, f of a plus IH I have completed, simplified, so that I can directly use these in the formula f of a plus IH. Okay, now so I apply the formula. So by the formula, so formula is integration of fx dx from a to b. Now I am directly write down a to b means 1 to 4. Fx dx means the sum given, that is x square minus x dx, is equal to limit h sigma I from 1 to n and here it is f of a plus IH. Now what is f of a plus IH? वे हमने ऑलरेडी कर दिया. So दी क्या एडवांटेज हुआ कि सारे स्टेप्स हमारे हो गए. Otherwise until you do all these things you have to keep on writing. You cannot go further. So मैंने पहले ही कर दिया. So now just put the value. So it is IH plus I square H square. Okay, either you take n tends to infinity or h tends to 0, right? Now still sigma is there, and because sigma is there you have to open the bracket and simplify sigma. So it will be limit, okay, h, and then I put a bracket, h constant, IH, so h sigma I, and plus h square sigma I square. Okay, I from 1 to n, I from 1 to n. Clear? And now I can put the formula here. Okay, and as not only formula but this h also I will take inside. So it will be limit, h भी अंदर ले जाता हूँ. So it will be h square, then sigma I formula n into n plus 1 by 2 plus this h goes inside, it will be h cube, and sigma I square, that is n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay, right, and then bracket over. Okay, now you have to simplify it, and you know friends, now you have nh equal to 3, and because and also n tends to infinity, so 1 upon n tends to 0, isn't it? So यहाँ पे फिर से वही 1 upon n लाएंगे हम, और देखो क्या होगा. First I speak it out and then I write it on the next page. See, n common here, so h square n square into 1 plus 1 upon n. From these two brackets also I will take n common each. So n from here, n from here. So it will be h cube n cube. In this bracket it will be 1 plus 1 by n. In another bracket 2 plus 1 upon n. Hope you get it. Okay. So h cube n cube here, h square n square here. That I can use nh equal to 3 formula. Means assumption in the beginning what we have written. Okay. So see what is it now. So is equal to, okay. So therefore is equal to limit n tends to infinity. अभी हमने जो पीछे बोला ना वही हमको यहाँ पे लिखना होगा. So what is it? It is h square n square into 1 plus 1 upon n by 2 plus here it will be h cube n cube into 1 plus 1 upon n into another bracket 2 plus 1 upon n, and that divided by 6. Okay. So we have taken out n common from each of the brackets, each of the factors, and we know that as n tends to infinity, we have 1 upon n tends to 0, and also nh equal to 3. nh equal to 3 is also there, isn't it? Right? And thus you get the required answer. So integration 1 to 4, ये हमारा sum है x square minus x dx is equal to, now put the limit, apply the limit. So h square n square will be what? 9. Hope you understand. 9, 3 square, 9 into 1 plus 0 by 2 plus h cube n cube will be 27. 27 into 1 plus 0 and into 2 plus 0 and by 6. ये हो गया हमारा आंसर, वॉट एवर द सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्म इज. सो इट इज फाइनली 9 by 2 plus sorry, now this is 2 by 6 in fact, so 2 3s are and 3 9s are, so only plus 9 will be there. Okay, right? And then take LCM. So 9 2s are 18, 18 plus 9, 27. So final answer we get is 27/2. So ये हो गया हमारा आंसर. Okay, right friends? So the whole exercise, there are total 6 sums. You can finish the remaining sums in your homework. Okay, finish. You just finish sum number remaining means कौन कौन से सम्स है इसमें रिमेनिंग सम्स फ्रॉम वॉट एवर सम्स आर देयर. हमने 1 और 4th किया हुआ है. सो यू कैन टेक 2 3 5 6 सम नंबर 2 3 5 and 6 and you can ask me the doubt if you are interested to do this and just tell me whether it's okay or not. Okay friends, right? So hope you are getting my method and everything. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Again I am telling you, and press the notification bell and also give comments. Okay, so that I come to know that you watch my video. If you give comment, तो ही मुझे पता चलेगा that you watch my video. Otherwise, how can I know? Clear? So all the students need to give a comment that understood or not understood, whatever. Even if not understood, give comment, no problem. Okay, right? So in the next lecture we'll go for the next theory part, that is the fundamental theorem of repeated integration, and further few topics. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.